Hello, my name is Edwin Ramos. This is a video recording of the lab practical number 1 in Biology 2401. The subject is the body cavities. I will be showing you two illustrations. One will be the body cavities, and the other illustration will have two figures on it. One being the abdominal pelvic regions, and the other one being the abdominal pelvic quadrants. So what I have here is a figure of the body cavities. I've drawn it out and separated the cavities, and I will be going over them with you at this moment. We'll start up here with what we have as the cranial cavity here. Our next section will be this section right here is known as your thoracic cavity. When you include the thoracic cavity here all the way down to this section here covering these three cavities, it is known as your ventral cavity. Your ventral cavity consists of that thoracic, including this abdominal cavity. If you take and divide this here, from this section down to this part here is known as, together is known as your abdominal pelvic cavity, which includes your abdominal cavity with this section down here known as your pelvic cavity. You come to the back side over here and you have this strip right down here. That's known as your spinal cavity. Together with the cranial cavity down to here, all this here is known as your dorsal cavity. The illustration I have here has two sections. One of them here you have your abdominal pelvic regions, and over here you will have your abdominal pelvic quadrants. We'll go ahead and start with this one here because it's the easiest. We have a right figure here and a left on this side. So we'll take and divide this, the quadrant being four parts, into four parts. We'll start up here. That would be your right upper quadrant. Up here would be your left upper quadrant. At the bottom here will be your right lower quadrant. And right over here will be your left lower quadrant. We'll move on to this section here. The regions consist of 9 locations. We have here a total of 9 locations. The first one being, we'll start up here, this row, and we'll start on the right side. And you will find here the right hypochondriac region. Over here you will find the epigastric region. Over here you will find the left hypochondriac region. Now we'll come down to this bottom 3, and here you will have your right lumbar region. Over here you will have your umbilical region. As you can see, the umbilicus illustrated there. And on this side you will have your left lumbar region. Coming down here to these 3 sections here, you will have your right iliac region. Here in the center you will have your hypogastric region. And over here you will have your left iliac region. The 2 iliac regions are also known as the inguinal regions, and your epigastric region here is also known as your pelvic or pubic region. That concludes my video on the body cavities and the locations of the 9 regions and the quadrants of the abdominal pelvic cavity. Thank you.